Shalawam, family, shalawam. Before I get into this topic, family, let me give a quick disclaimer. I believe in education. I believe that um, we should have our children educated. I believe that we should be educated. But I think that education should be first centered around knowledge of one's self, one's community, one's people, one's culture. Then the rest of the world. But when somebody steals your culture, steals your history, steals your identity, you have to think, why would somebody steal that and hide that? Now, with that being said, family, by now most of us probably have heard of the college scandal. And let me say this, family, this is not the first time. This has happened years ago. This happened, matter of fact, it has happened many a time. Our people just continue to act like they're surprised when they hear things of that like this. And what's sad is if we're not really looking at it for what it's worth, taking it for what it's worth, then we really miss the big picture. See, when people have to, first and foremost, if they look at the whole system is rigged, whether it's through education, whether it's through finance, whether it's through law, whatever, the whole system is rigged, and it's rigged against you. Now, a lot of people don't like to hear that. But when you really look at it for what it is, that's exactly what it is. Some of our people, fall through the cracks, and they may escape the big brunt or the big blows that most of our people face. But in most cases, this is how this system is rigged. It's rigged against us. And sometimes when these people put information out there like this story, it's really just to rub it in your face. It's not really just that they're telling the truth. They're really just rubbing it in your face. But we still want to be part of a society that's rigged against us. And in many cases, our people just don't get that. You have to think about this, family. If it was against the law for our people to read and write, for how many years, they want to say, if laws was passed against our people reading and writing, and here it is 40, 50 years after so-called slavery, because it still exists no matter what you think, it's just remastered in another sense. But anyway, after 40, 50 years of coming out of slavery, we had flourishing communities, major metropolis and stuff like that, like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, Rosewood, and so on and so forth. And these people got mad and burnt these places down, or had race riots against these people. You have to ask yourself, why? Why would they do that? Again, just showing you how the system, see, no matter how much they really hate us, they know every chance we get, because we have to struggle, we have to fight harder for what we get, we excel in everything that we do. So they have to rig it. This is what they're telling. They have to rig everything to be able to compete no matter what. No matter what, they have to rig everything to compete. A lot of people don't like to hear that. It's promoting racism, it's promoting hatred and like that. This is nothing about hate in my speech. I'm just stating a fact. You know, I mean, and it's sad, and people like to talk about this is God-fearing country. God do not like liars. The Most High, Yah, do not like liars. He do not like deceivers. He do not like, corruption. He don't like a man that steals and manipulates and lies and take another man's wealth and inheritance. He don't like that. And what's going on, family, is this society is really crumbling, and you guys really just have to see it for what it is. See it for what it is. You know, and if you don't prepare yourself, you're going to be a part of that destruction. Separate yourself. See, our people too busy still trying to be a part of that society. You know, I had a cousin and an aunt. As a matter of fact, even my wife years ago, they were talking about going back to school and getting another degree. And I think my aunt had like 2 or 3 degrees or something like that. And she was bragging on the degrees she had or whatever. And I told her years ago, I told my aunt this years ago, I said, that piece of paper you got is about valued as much as the paper that it's written on. Matter of fact, you couldn't even wipe your ass with it. That's how valuable it is. It's not even wiping your ass with it. And that might sound offensive to certain people, but you'll get over it. But this is my point. When you can go pay for this to prove a point to somebody, who are you really proving a point to? If somebody have to hide the true history, your true identity, who you truly are, to boost themselves up, then what are you competing for? You know, it's just like even in sports. You know, these people have they have the access to the best facilities, you know, the best coaches. Find a young brother, young sister off the street, in the hood, and they go out there and do phenomenal things, you know, and excel in the sports world. Even academia. Don't get it twisted. We have some very, very intelligent young men and young women. Very, very intelligent. But sadly, they take the criminal, the small percentage of criminals and dishonorable people in our community, and they like to put them up there and make these people represent us. Or they like to take a wicked Negro that's sold out and have him he or she be the voice for us as a people. When we gonna wake up? You know, again, family, you know, when I heard the story, I just sit back and I'm not talking to my wife about it. And she said, yeah, baby, you've been saying this for years. You know, but again, when will our people say enough is enough? You know, even the Gentiles are saying that enough is enough. They're tired of it. They're tired of it. You know, but anyway, family, that's just my take on the situation. Again, it's nothing new under the sun. People have been doing this for years. You know, they've been doing this for years. So, I'm going to cut it there, family. With that being said, as usual, peace, love, Shalawam.